Welcome everybody to Free Healing Meditation Mondays. I think most of you know who I am, but I'm Nathan Writing with Rising Heart, Grounded Mind. And I'm excited most Mondays to invite you to come together as a group and to meditate so that we can have a more grounded, more focused and a more clear start of our week. Lots of stuff going on, as always. So just excited to have you here today. And I'll just kind of go into a little bit what I've been thinking about as I've been going through today. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty tired, and I'm not sure what all is going on, but we're going to talk about it. You know, I've been talking about this theme, how we're being required to get more connected to the earth. Whether you know it or not, we're having to come more into our bodies, more grounded, more connected to the nature, the real reality of what's going on here. And whether we want to or not, there's sort of this container coming up from the earth that's holding on to our feet and starting to create more of a structure for us to be in, instead of it being so laissez-faire, so to speak, in the world. And there's this struggle going on kind of in our mid chakra area that I've kind of noticed. And one of the things that we've really had to do, I think, in this whole epoch of time is really have that third chakra, solar plexus orientation. And so many of us, for so many lifetimes and for a very long time, it's just been battling to survive, battling to, keep going to, there's always something, right? Battling the nature, battling all the things. And you notice there's a lot of battling going on in the world. But if you notice, I'm tired of battling. I'm just like, I'm kind of running out of steam for it. It's not working very good. And there's also another piece to this. We really want to begin to, instead of, battling all the time and having to destroy everything, get rid of the negativity, we're trying to establish a new way of creating. Instead of battling, creating. Instead of destroying, creating. Talk a lot about creating and destroying. But it's requiring us to set boundaries so we have the room to create. I don't know if you've been noticing, but maybe your relationships and how you're approaching your relationships and boundaries need some adjusting right now. Because when you have better and clearer boundaries, or more appropriate boundaries, and the battling isn't so intense. So it's also, we can get into balance in our hearts. And that's what we're really trying to find, that balance point within ourselves, so that we can be in our purpose and that we can create from our purpose. So today, I just want to explore a little bit of this creating and destroying dichotomy, where we've been battling just to be. And as the earth is starting to hold us more, there's going to be more of us required to let go of. We're not going to be able to be so battling everything. We're going to have to make some adjustments so that we can have the room and space to be the creators that we are. So I just want to invite you so that we can get a little bit of space and rest, because you're going to need some rest. We all need to take a break, and we need to evaluate what is most important for us moving forward. And we're going to have opportunities to move forward in different ways in the coming months. So just want to invite you to just have your feet on the floor. Just go ahead and be aware of your toes and be aware of your eyes and your body and the gift that this body is to you. Having this experience in this world at this time, great change and transformation, opportunity to transform and change in ways very few have had. I just invite you to close your eyes. Be aware of the space behind your eyes. 2 to 3 inches behind your eyes is the center of your head. And just invite you to bring your attention there and imagine there's a chair there for you to sit in. In this chair, I want you to make sure it's a validating chair for you, whatever kind it is. Just want you to imagine it. It's a lounge chair or a beach chair or a beach mat. If you're sitting on a big overstuffed chair, whatever it is, just see that for yourself. And then go ahead and be aware of the base of your spine, your sacral floor. And from this place in the center of your head, I invite you to create a connection between you and the center of the planet. And this could be anything that you'd like it to be. It could be an anchor and chain, it could be a beam of light, it could be a waterfall, it could be a big tree, the big tree trunk with branches grabbing onto your lower body, the roots grabbing onto the iron core of the planet. But whatever you want, just create that within your mind's eye and your imagination. And just make sure it's taut and tight. It's as wide as your hips. It's really holding you securely in a way that is comforting, that makes you feel safer and more secure. And I invite you to be aware that as you've created this connection between you and the earth, that the magnetic pull of the earth is starting to overtake that connection that you've made and starting to pull on your body, on your space. And it's also this connection that you've just created in your imagination is also pulling on and connecting to the space all around you, 2 to 3 feet above and below, left and right, front and back of you. And I invite you to be aware of that pull. And I want you to be aware of wherever you are just tired of battling, where there's grief about how much you've had to battle in your life. And the heartbreak that has created in you. And I invite you to begin to release that, whatever that might be. That heaviness, that struggle, the engagement that we just find ourselves sometimes just to be knee jerking into. Can't even help it because we're so accustomed to this battle and battling others, just so that we can have a little room for ourselves. Just so that you're not getting run over. So wherever you have had to battle, just to have space for you in your life or in the present moment, I just invite you to let that begin to fall out of you. And just breathe. Invite you to just signal to the body that you can relax. And those responsibilities and burdens that you're shouldering, the energy on your shoulders is starting to come off. The people that have impressed you into their service, knowing or unknowing, conscious or unconscious, to heal them, to take care of them, to support them in any way that's not in balance for you. I invite you to let that go. For millennia, men and sometimes women have been pressed into military service to battle for their country. But on some level, in some ways, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, we've all been pressed into service to support, to help, to lift up, and to carry the burdens of many, many people. And as we move into this time, the end of this year, it's an opportunity for us to let those areas where we're not in balance, where we've been pressed into service, go. So anywhere you are being pressed, just think about that word pressed. There's no room in being pressed. It's a force. So I just invite you to, wherever in your body there's that pressure to perform, to serve, to care, it's not in balance with you. Just let the grounding and the great Mother Earth just pull that out of you through the grounding. And it's happening just automatically. You just bring your attention to that and it just falls out of you. Just the snap of a finger, it's out. All that heaviness that's associated with that pressure is coming off. And all the unconsciousness around this, where there's pain from that pressure of being pressed into service, to serve, to help, to care for, or you've had to be on the cosmic cleanup crew, making sure that your family, your friends, your community, people don't fly apart. You're just letting that go. That part of you is going into retirement. I just want you to just let that energy come out of you, where you have been required to give so much to solve the problems and to engage with the negativity in a way that drains you, that disempowers you and doesn't serve you. So just wherever that is in your body, just notice it's coming out without any effort. And just breathe. Any energy where in your lower chakras, particularly your second chakra, people are just hanging out in your emotional space. Hey man, this feels so good down here. We're going to hang out and have a party, because you know that's happening half the time. I mean, it's like being in high school and everyone wants to party at your house. but you never gave an invitation. So why don't you just start letting all of the party out of your lower chakras, particularly that second chakra, all those uninvited guests, and maybe even uninvited partners or children or parents or siblings. You know who they are. Just tell them this is the door, this is your house, this is your space, this is your emotional refuge and place of healing for you. So just invite you to let all of them come out. Invite you to allow your anger to come up just a little bit. If you need to let go of some of it, let it go. Just a little bit, just let that anger come up and out wherever it is. Maybe you're pretty upset with people and how they have imposed on you their energy. So just invite you to release that. But I also invite you to imagine your anger. And I want you to see it out around you like it's a color. Maybe you see it as red or orange or yellow, whatever color you might see it, and have it be circling around you like in a bubble around you. And as that energy circles around you, whether you know it or not, just have the intention it's vibrating your body and it's helping you release more and more energy that's not you. You're basically raising the vibration in a way that only your energy can stay in your space. The flames or the intensity of the anger running around you is healing your body and helping you establish and kind of purify and cleanse out of you all the energy that is not you. Just let that run. The earth is helping you. She's pulling on you and pulling out of you all of that energy that's not you. And as we move into more of the dark time of year, it's that flame, that little bit of light in the darkness that can illuminate things that we don't see during the day because there's so much light. We begin to see the shadows more in the dark. So any of those hidden shadows and energies that are lurking around that aren't yours. A lot of times we carry the shadow and the energy of others. And I guarantee you, you're carrying some form of energy that's not yours, some form of shadow that belongs to your family that you've been healing, holding on to, trying to work with. Maybe you're even battling, but just begin to let that anger help that start to come out in a healthy way, in a good way. You're in an allied way to you as you're releasing, and the earth is doing all the work and it's just pulling out all of the energy. It's coming out without any effort. Just breathe. Any fear you might have of letting go or of creating this change in yourself, just let that come out. The earth, just pull on that and take that away. It's no problem. I just want you to take a minute and I want you to just scan your body, just be aware of your body. And wherever there's tension, there's pain, there's pressure, I just invite you to ask the earth just to pull that energy out of you. Just breathe. Just take a minute. You know what that energy is. Just put your attention on that and it will come out. And I want you to be aware of your feet and the earth energy underneath you, the energy of the Great Mother. And as we move more and more forward, she's becoming more and more conscious of you. As we move more in time, and as the earth is starting to change its frequency and vibrations, and the container being held by the earth is beginning to be created by the earth for you and to help you and to support you and to create balance here on the planet. The Great Mother is becoming more aware of you and she's looking at you. And she's a little alarmed about you because you've been holding so much, you've been doing so much. And I want you to invite her energy up in front of you. And just like a mother can sometimes be a little strict because she's trying to protect and help her children, I want you to ask her to help you in some way. She will do something anyway. She is very, very keen on cutting off and helping you get rid of any of the blocks, any of the energy that is holding you back from being more aligned in your purpose so that you can be the creator she needs you to be to bring greater balance and greater harmony within all of the nature. And so whether you see her putting locks, rekeying all the doors on your space, or pulling out people out of your heart that don't belong there, that you can't see, you just ask her to do what it is, or she's cleaning up your lower chakras. But just see her coming in, cleaning up your house, because you are made of the elements of her. So part of you, you are her in some way. So by inviting her here and doing this meditation and inviting her to help you clean your house, she's cleaning her house. And when she's sitting in front of you, she sees the mess and she's like, hey, this is not cutting it at all. We are going to clean this house up. So just let her go in there and help you clean her house and your house. And as you do that, the energy of her true, creative, supportive, loving, divine, joyful energy is starting to move up into your legs. It's this beautiful green energy. Green filled with life and creativity is moving up into your legs, all the way up into your heart and feeding your heart its purpose because you have more room, just like you would feed a plant or a tree with nutrients and minerals and water and sunlight and all of the things needed for it to grow. It's really nurturing your heart, helping it feel warm, helping it feel comforted, helping it feel vibrant and alive. It's moving up into your throat and clearing out all of the energy, all of the blocks and things that are in the way of you in your creative voice, in your creative channels, in your arms, in your throat. Clearing out all that energy so the creative energy from your purpose can flow up into your throat and be manifest through your voice and through your arms and how you move your body and your hands. All of this is moving through you and around you. And it's like she's doing a dance around you, helping you graduate and moving on from this 3D world into a more 4D, fourth dimensional orientation where all of life is valued, all of life is nurtured, all of life is cared for, and the nature of the world is more in harmony and balance with you at the center of it, with you as part of her. So just feel her energy, feel her dance, feel her flow around you, the giver of life, the taker of life, the creator of all things. Let that creative energy flow around you and fill you up. And she can be with you whenever you want her to be there. You just have to call for her. But she is in you all the time because she's part of you, made up of you. All of her elements are in you. And when you feel fully filled with her energy, you begin to get out of stress and you can begin to rest a little more, resting in her, knowing she's here to support you, to guide you, and that there is nothing for you to battle anymore. From this chair in the center of your head, I invite you to look up, see a point of light like a beautiful star in the heavens, and this is your energy. This is your original source energy. This is your higher self energy. It's your intelligence, it's your light, it's your love, filled with life. And it has the intention of why you came here. And it has information about your purpose. I want it to be magnetic and start calling all of your energy back to you from wherever you've left it, in the past, in the future, from last week, last month, last year. And that energy is building bigger and bigger and bigger and brighter. And it's like a beautiful golden orb of light above you, beautiful sun. I just invite you to bring that energy into your crown, filling you up, coming into your head and your eyes. Filling up your eyes, you see so much. Your inner sight as well, your glands, your throat, your mouth, your ears, your shoulders, down into the heart, filling up the lungs, down into the stomach, all the way down to the sacral floor, down the legs, to the knees, all the way down to the ankles, out the hands and out the feet, spilling out into your space around you, 2 to 3 feet all around you. When you feel filled up and complete, you can go ahead and open your eyes and stretch. You can come on out of trance. So I hope you feel a little better. I'm going to be teaching Healing 7 Generations in the Day of the Dead class the end of the month. So I'll be sending something out tomorrow about that. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm getting all decorated for that here at my house. I'll share some photos and pictures maybe at a later date. But yeah, it'll be a really powerful opportunity for you to connect with your ancestors and to heal the blocks and the attachments that are in your ancestors, but then by virtue of it being in them, are in you. And we'll do a very specific healing and ceremony and process, shamanic process, to bring in the ancestors, have a big party with them, celebrate them in the life and all that they brought you, and then bring them into you, because you have the physical body that can heal and change the karmas, and you will change the karmas for them and then send them home. You will have healed yourself and them. So it's a super fun and very powerful time of year when the veil is very thin and we can really connect with our ancestors. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll try and get more information out tomorrow about that. Also have on the end of the month on Wednesday, October 26th, will be a free virtual healing clinic. Some of you have been here at this time with me, transmit healing energy via Zoom. So if you want a healing, you're welcome to come. All right, everyone, hope you have a really great evening and or morning or wherever you are when you're listening to this. And I look forward to seeing you next week.